And welcome. So last week we were talking about small goals and big dreams. Small goals and big dreams. So I'm wondering how your goal planning is going for 2024. How are those goals coming along? Planning them out for the next incoming year. Small goals and big dreams. I love big dreams. I love big dreams. Some might even say that I spend a little bit too much of my time in daydream land, but we're going to get into dreams, big dreams, and vision boards, and all of the fun things. We're going to talk about them today. I've got some excellent things for you to ponder. I think that, kind of taking a self assessment, thinking about ourselves, really, formulating a plan before we get out all the materials is, kind of a clever idea to have. So, we're going to talk about that today on the Saturday morning ritual. So, let's get started doing all of the fun things today. Why isn't it not going? Hello. Mhm. Oh, I know. Hold on a second. Of course, always Deanna has to do things in a weird way. So, this wasn't kind of, having. How are you guys? Hello and welcome. Hello, Miss Misty. Hello, everyone else who has joined us today. Oh my God. Lainey, yay. How are you? I am so glad that you are here today. Um, mm, so, and I'm kind of like fuzzy today. Why am I fuzzy as well? I don't like that either. Ha. So here we go. I'm going to redo this just for a second because I have to. I have to. I have to. Oh my God. Just, the day in the life of Deanna. Welcome. Okay, now that I feel like I can get started now. I can actually get started because if I don't play that little sunrise, how do I know it's Saturday morning, right? At least I feel that way. Welcome. I'm happy you're here. It's always a day. It's always a day. You know why? Because I haven't done my brain body connection yet today. My dog did wake me up at 5 o'clock in the morning to say that it was an emergency to go outside and that it wasn't good enough for him to just go out in the backyard. We had to go for an actual walk. So I walked for 45 minutes this morning at 5 a.m. That was like 4 hours ago. But we got to do our brain body connection really quick just to wake up and to get everything. And I am just going to shake it out today because I like shaking. I found that it just kind of makes me feel good. So we are going to shake it out for just 1 minute and it's going to be awesome. Awesome fun. Here we go. Shake it. Wait.
Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come move your body. Come move your body. Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come move your body. Come move your body. There's no fire without smoke. I ain't letting you go. I can see you buzzing like you can't say no. There's no fire without smoke. I ain't letting you go. Go. Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come move your body. Come move your body. Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come move your body. Hey, come move your body. Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come move your body. Come move your body. Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come move your body. Hey, come move your body.
Yay! Ooh, I just love shaking it out just for a minute. Feels good. It's awesome. Gets me like just feeling good. Movement, of course, is the human being's first language, and it strengthens our neural pathways between the brain and the body. Also, the brain, body, and gut. Did you know? Learning, thought, creativity, intelligence. It's not just your brain, it's also your body. So we want to take good care of our body. And just waking it up. You probably are already awake. I don't know, but I feel it's really, really good for you. So we're all here today. We're gathered here today, and I want to thank you so much. I want to thank you for being here, not just for me, but most importantly for you, because taking time out for ourselves is so important. And it's so important this time of year. I know that a lot of people are busy, busy, busy running and going and doing and all of the things. But it's important for us to take time out for ourselves. And this one little hour of time that you can dedicate to yourself can be so hugely beneficial, but also beneficial to the community for helping them feel supported and safe and connected and like they belong somewhere. Also, just the ability to share and to learn from one another and to feel, good about ourselves. It can help us to, bring about the positive change that we're really looking to incorporate into our lives. So thank you again. So next up in our fun little adventure, yay! I love thinking of life as an adventure. It just makes it so much more appealing and fun to me whenever I think of it like that. But first up, for our ritual, I guess it's like not really first up, it's like the third thing we do, because first I say hello and welcome to Lainey and Misty and Simplify with me, which I can't remember her name at the top. Oh, what was your real name? Anyway, welcome. So the next thing we do is successes. We shall share our victories. What were your victories this past week? Let me know. This is the best time. This is the place to brag about yourself. It doesn't matter how small that victory is. All victories are awesome and amazing, and I want to hear about them. I want to hear about your victories so much. I want to hear about your victories. Do you want to hear about my victories? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What were your victories? Do you want to hear about my victories? What brought a smile to your face? Anything and everything is welcome. Also, quiet. My victories this week. I have not been sleeping very well for 3 months now. September, October, November, and part of December, really. And this past week, I finally broke the 6-hour mark of sleeping. That's pretty sad, isn't it? Only 6 hours of sleep. I was getting less than that. I used to be the queen of sleep. I could get 8 hours of sleep, no problem. It was easy peasy. And I can't fall asleep. I really thought my Fitbit was broken. I'm like, I was in bed for all of that time. Why didn't it register as sleep? And I was just waiting for it to catch up. Like, what's wrong with it? And finally, it caught back up. So I guess I'm just not sleeping very well at all. Because I think I'm sleeping, but it's not registering. But finally, it's saying that I'm getting that sleep again. So that is really good. I ate the food. She ate the food. It didn't upset her stomach. Was that not food that you were looking forward to eating, I'm guessing? Wondering. So that actually plays into one of our journal questions this week, which was what were the best choices that I made this week? When we can't think about our non-scale victories, we can think about what were the best choices that I made this week. I did some strength training this week. That was excellent. That was some of the best choices that I made. Another thing I want you to think about is what is your favorite part of your daily routine? Anybody want to share in the chat what is a favorite part of their daily routine? Saltines are never on your diet. I love that. My husband had a friend over earlier in the week, and they were talking about the things that people put on saltines whenever you were a kid. And I believe he said peanut butter and pickle, because we used to eat peanut butter and pickle sandwiches as a kid when I was growing up. My husband said peanut butter and honey. So things that you put on saltines to eat them. Anybody want to share that? So what were the best choices that you made this week? And what is your favorite part of your daily routine? I just don't like to select favorites per se, because like what is the favorite thing today is not a favorite thing tomorrow. I have such a hard time with saying this is my absolute favorite. Some days it's just waking up is my favorite part. Putting my feet on the ground and saying today is going to be a great day. Sometimes that's my favorite part of the day. Other times it's, slow sipping my coffee in the morning, doing my journaling. Good morning, RC. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the Saturday morning ritual. Ooh, a victory. Yes, we got a victory. This week is that I finally got out of wearing a moon boot. My foot is still healing, but oh my God, that has to feel so good. Oh, what a relief. What a relief. Like watching your collagen dissolve in your coffee. Oh my God, I love that. It's like magic. Ooh, the small, little, simple pleasures are just amazing. Just the small, tiniest little things that make us feel good. So we're talking about our successes for the week, and we're thinking about what were the best choices that I made this week, and what is my favorite part of my daily routine. The reason that we want to talk about our victories is just to kind of set them up in the reticular activation system or something, awesome sounding. But we just want to bring them to the forefront and make sure that we're focusing on those, because the things that we focus on grows. So we want to really, highlight and applaud ourselves, celebrate ourselves for these things that we have made part of our life, part of our daily routines. My me time reading or watching. Me time is one of those things that is like, that's solid. I need my me time in the morning. I love good mornings, Cheria. Me time is so important, and it is my favorite. I love my me time. So let's just take a second, and I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to write in your journals if you want to. Write it down. Keep sharing in the chat. agree. I love the time that we have to just, write stuff down. Anybody want to tell me what are your favorite pens? What kind of pens are you writing with today? Tell me about that. Now, before we move on to the big topic of the week, vision boards, planning, the big dreams, let's talk real quick about our pitfalls, our setbacks, our side steps, the things that, we just kind of want to go about, and that's it. And then we, leave it behind. What is something that did not go well this week? And how did it make you feel? What is something that didn't go well this week? And how did it make you feel? Ooh, a handwritten exercise routine in the morning. That's wonderful. It's so good. I am so proud of you. It is wonderful when we can't do our regular activity and we've made it a habit. That's the time of day whenever we do that activity that you didn't let something like having an injured foot get in your way. You just replaced that time with an exercise that you were capable of doing, that you could do, so that you don't get out of that habit. You just replaced it with a different exercise. That is so excellent. And that is a huge victory. Some people would think that, oh my God, I'm injured, I can't do anything, make it into a big deal and then do nothing. Then they get out of the habit. And by the time that, they're healed and they're able to do that again, they're out of practice. They're out of the habit. And it's harder for them to get started. So everybody, let's celebrate Lainey and the fact that she did this, because I think it's a great decision that she made. She made a great decision. That is so excellent. Do what you can. Do what you can. That is awesome. I love it. So over the past week, if you had any pitfalls or setbacks or sidesteps, what do your actions say about your priorities? What do your actions say about our priorities? I think whenever you think about it just a little bit, our actions really do show what is a priority to us in our lives. And some weeks we feel like other things are just a little bit more of a priority than our weight loss goals. But what are your actions silently saying about your priorities? Are there any changes that you want to make because of that? These are things that we can kind of just, again, we're going to take a minute. We're going to journal about it for a second. You can share if you want to share. You don't have to share. There's no pressure for you to share. This is, for you, however you want. But there you go. So we're just going to take a minute to think about these couple of things really quick. Here we go. Just write about them.
See it in your mind. Trust that you have what it takes inside. 'Cause you can make it too. If not, says who. You can make it too. If not, says who. You can make it. You had great patience, but something knocked you out. You felt your limitations and filled your mind with doubt. You wanna stay chill right now and don't let your eyes off the prize. I know you want it to be easy, so let your guard down. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that have what it takes inside. 'Cause you can make it too. If not, says who. Yeah, you can make it too.
All right, all right, all right. Good times, good times, good times. Do you guys know that? I don't know if I've ever addressed this before, and I was just thinking about it and I thought I would mention it. There are a lot of people out there that want to journal and they just think in their heads a lot of the times, I really like to journal. I should journal. I want to journal. I just don't do it. I'm here for you. You come here, you get, a win-win situation. You get to journal for a couple of minutes. You get to connect with friends. You get to connect with like-minded people who are also, kind of along your path. So it's a win-win. That's why I created this, is to kind of help people out who kind of want to have some time to do some self-reflection, but they kind of forget. But then this kind of gives you that like boost whenever you're connecting with, people that you like and enjoy. I think it just makes it feel a little bit, more rewarding. So that's kind of why I started this whole thing. So let's just shake off those pitfalls if we had any. Shake them off real quick. They're gone. They're last week. We got this whole wonderful week ahead of us. Oh my God. And it's almost the end of 2023. Can you believe it? Can you believe how just fast time flies? It is insane. So I was researching about vision boards because I wanted to find out, how do I not get so much glue on my pants, and how do I not get the stuff that I cut out in my hair? No, not really. I just thought that was funny. But I was researching because I wanted to know more about vision boards. I've been doing vision boards for the last 3 years. How many people have done vision boards? Show of hands, emojis, comments. A year, whenever you started doing vision boards. Did you know that vision boards began in 2010 between a group of friends as a way for people to get together in a fun environment to set goals, cast a vision, and dream out loud in a tangible way? Did you know it started in 2010? It's been going on much longer than that, actually, because forever people have done it on, the walls of caves, on different media types. It's been going on for a long time, but the actual vision boards as we know it today started like in 2010. It can represent big goals and all the wonderful things you want to bring into your life. And by placing these images, affirmations on your board, you tap into the subconscious mind, setting a clear direction for your aspirations. But did you know? I didn't know. I just learned this like earlier this week, that there's a National Vision Board Day. National Vision Board Day, where we're all supposed to get together and influence the greater cosmos to help bring these things into our lives. On the second Saturday in January, it is National Vision Board Day. Who would like to get together privately, like maybe on a Zoom, and do our vision boards together on the second Saturday, because it's National Vision Board Day? Anybody want to do that? I don't know. We can get out our sticky notes and our markers and inspiration, and we can put it all on the board. I don't know if anybody wants to hang out and do that, but let me know in the comments, and I would love to set it up. I think it would be an excellent, fun thing to do. We can have a vision board party. But what is the idea? Anybody know what the idea is behind a vision board? I was mentioning it earlier, the reticular activating system. It helps you stimulate and activate the reticular activating system in your brain. We're bombarded with information all day, so it just helps us to recognize and filter out all the unnecessary information and just see what is really necessary, our goals and our dreams. Oh my God, that's so awesome. Look at that. Miss Laney, I used to help women from domestic violence backgrounds make vision boards as a way to set goals for their future manifestation. I don't know if anybody is into, any of that. I just think they're fun. I like arts and crafts. I like thinking about, my future and what I would like it to look like. I don't, I'm not putting, all my stuff into it because I think that without action, it means nothing. It means nothing, but it increases your positivity, I think. I see it as when I see my goals in front of me, just hanging there on the wall, it helps me to go after them. It helps me to be more optimistic about the future. And I like to think that my life, my future, my whatever, it can be anything that I want it to be. And I'm still trying to answer the question what I'm going to do whenever I grow up because I don't know if I'm ever going to grow up. And I'm like nearly 50. Seriously. But it does help me stay focused and work, just to being a better me all the time. Hello, Cheryl, and welcome. So glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. We're talking about the big dream portion. Last week we talked about small goals, and now we're talking about big dreams because I believe that, you work on those small goals every day. What's the goals for today? What am I going to accomplish today? What am I going to do today? Those are small goals today. And then we think about the goals for the week. And then we think about the goals for the month. And then we talk about the goals for the year. And then we talk about the goals for the life. The big dream. The big dream. What's the big dream? What is the big dream? An accomplishment board. Mine is a board for everything I accomplished during the year and what motivated. I love that. I love that. Love that, love that, love that. Some people out there, they don't like vision boards. They don't like them at all. And they create an anti-vision board. So instead of creating a board that of all those big dreams and aspirations, they create a board with just stuff that images that makes their stomach turn and all the things they just don't want in their life. All the things they don't. That's a fun way to kind of do a different take on a vision board. If you're kind of been doing it for a few years and you're over it or whatever, it might be, something you want to consider when we're considering our vision board, because I really like the idea of kind of formulating a plan in my head before I actually get to work on it. Because then if I don't do that, it gets done and then it's not really a full thought, or I forget things and I leave things off that I wanted to include, and it just doesn't turn out as good as I wanted it to. So think about keywords. Do you want to use those? Do you want to use icons? Do you want to use symbols? Do you want to use quotes? Do you want to use affirmations? Do you want to use metaphors? There's so many different ways that we can think about creating, and I love them because they're so personal and it's so neat to see everyone's creativity. So if you do one, please share it with me, tag me on Instagram, let me know in the comments on YouTube, whatever it is. But I would love to see whatever it is that you create because I love seeing what people come up with. People just, they're amazing, amazing. But one of the things, motivational quotes, yes. One of the things is self-awareness. It's a real secret to success. And I think some items that we want to ponder, to think about whenever we are, when we're visiting our vision board, when we're putting it into, crafting that magic that's going to be on the board. Maybe we want to include some habits that are going to support our goals. If we identify habits that are going to align with the vision of who we want to become, what we want to achieve, how can we incorporate representations of these habits into your vision board to reinforce that? So I had push-ups for last year. I had my poi practice. I had walks, hiking. So those were different habits that I wanted to incorporate into 2023. So we want to think about the habits that we want to achieve. If you know you've been really slacking on sleep or water or eating a good variety of healthy fruits and vegetables, maybe those are some things that you want to incorporate on there. Another question that we can ask ourselves is, how can I balance different areas of our life? I've always said that it's all connected. There's not a separate work life and a separate weight loss life and a relationship over. It's not all, they're all connected. How can I balance the different areas of my life? It is so crucial for our well-being that we can have that balance between work, personal life, our health, friendships, community, hobbies, all of it. So that's okay. You're never late. What is it that Misty says? You're always right on time. Um, Welcome, Lorianne. Glad you're here. How can I balance different areas of my life? We want to make sure that whenever we're creating a vision board, that we're not only focused on one area of our life. We kind of need to incorporate, unless you want like 20 different, I don't know how many, but a whole bunch of different vision boards. We want to incorporate the different areas of our life that are important to us into that so that we can make sure that we're getting that balance. Always right on time. That's what she says. There we go. With that. What emotions do I want to cultivate? Have you ever thought about that whenever you're making a vision board? What emotions you want to have throughout the year? Do you want to feel joy? Do you want to feel confident? Look, I'm going to grab my little feelings wheel out because I suck at emotions. It took me a long time to really be able to identify all of my emotions. I'm still working on identifying all of my emotions. They would just get so jumbled in my brain. Do we want to feel triumphant, blissful, satisfied? How do we want to feel? Caring? Do you want to feel caring and compassionate? Satisfied? Do you want to feel passion? Do you dream for some passion in this upcoming year? And then there's maybe some ones that you don't want to feel. If you're doing an anti-vision board, maybe you don't want to feel displeased or regretful or guilty, resentful or aggravated. Maybe you don't want to feel those things. Maybe if you're doing the anti-vision board, you're going to put those things on there. What emotions do you want to cultivate and how? Because every dream needs to have some kind of action. How are you going to get to that dream, really? Another thing for us to consider to put on our vision board is what motivates me during tough times. Take a minute and think about your sources of motivation and resilience, and how can you represent these sources on your vision board to help remind you during those challenging moments. Do you have, certain friends that are a great source of motivation or resilience or support? How are you going to family? Do you have certain activities that you like to do when you're faced with a tough time? Discipline gets you through tough times. So that's a good thing to incorporate. So you can incorporate discipline either visually, or you could just include a quote or an icon or there's so many ways that you can incorporate that into your vision board, as well as community. That's another one. Those are excellent examples of things that we can include on our vision board to help remind us of what motivates us during tough times. I love that discipline, writing down your strengths on your vision board as a reminder. Sometimes, let me know if you're guilty of this. Sometimes we forget of all of the amazing things that we're capable of. Sometimes we forget about how awesome that we truly are. We can't remember what our strengths are. And if we have them written down, it'll be helpful to see those. So write down what your strengths are so that you can bring out more of that into your life. So you can showcase that on a regular basis throughout the year. And man, whenever you can do that, it really just feels good whenever you're showcasing your strengths. It gives you those feelings of pride and confidence, joy, things that I know that I want to feel throughout the course of the year and my life for that matter. So another thing to think about before we start getting that glue out, who does it digitally and who does a vision board electronically? Who does it, and how many people do them electronically? I'm curious to know. I like to do, I'm a crafty girl. I like to do things. I like to touch things. I like things to get messy. I don't know. Yeah, love to go hiking, but it's not always easy to do in Ohio. I know, I feel ya. I know. The hardest time for me is whenever it's muddy, really. I don't mind the cold so much. Ice is a no, and I don't like the mud so much because I have this insane fear of falling and breaking something and nobody being around and I'm just gonna die. Never done a vision board. Mine's a big poster board on the wall. So it's mine. Mine's a big poster board right over there. Another thing that we can think about whenever we are doing our vision board are what areas of my life need improvement. Last week, we did the whole wheel of life thing, and we kind of reflected on all the different areas of our life. Take a view of your life. Consider, your health, your relationships, your career, your personal development. What else do you want to focus and improve on? I know that there's a lot of advice out there, just that they're like, just focus on one thing. You can only focus on one thing at a time. I think it's sometimes fun to have a distraction from the one thing because the one thing gets monotonous or overwhelming. So I like to have at least two things to think about. That's me. You've got to figure out what works best for you. Who are you? What works best for you? Maybe you are a one thing person. Then do one thing. What energizes me? I want to know what this is. Answer this question for me. What energizes me and inspires me? Identify activities, people, experiences that bring you joy and inspiration, and how can you incorporate these elements into your vision for the future? So this has been something that I've been doing recently. At the end of the day, whenever I'm doing my journal, I like to do like an early morning entry on my journal, and then I like to do a nighttime entry on my journal. Like, this is how I want my day to go, and then this is how my day actually went. And I've been incorporating what energized me and what sucked the life out of me, because I want to be aware of what is sucking the life out of me and seeing if I can make it go away. I don't want those things in my life that don't give me that zest and joy for life. I don't want those things in my life. So first I have to be aware of what they are. And if I'm not, so I'm just kind of reflecting on what that is. So what gives me energy and what takes it away from me. And there's things that take your energy away in a good way and things that do it in a bad way. I think you guys understand what I'm talking about. I don't think I need to explain that, but I just did. Anyway, I'm Deanna. Hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. What are my core values? Reflect on the values that are fundamental to your life and how can those values guide the goals that you want to manifest on your vision board. See, it's a lot deeper whenever we ask all these questions. It's a lot deeper than, oh, I want that dream body and I want that dream house and I want, yada, yada, yada. when we're thinking about all of these things, it makes it a little bit more personal, a little bit more, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. How can I overcome challenges? Anticipate potential challenges and setbacks. What strategies or mind shifts can you adopt to overcome obstacles on your journey? So I like to think about what are my challenges in my way and what are my actions that I'm going to take. So this year I have a lot of healing that I'm going to be needing to do. So I'm going to be focusing on, overcoming the challenges with that. So I'm going to have to eat soft foods for like 4 weeks, 4 weeks of just soft foods. And the last time I had to eat soft foods, it was hard. I was eating scrambled eggs and mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese, and that was about it. I wasn't very and ice cream. I wasn't very happy with that. So because I know that I'm going to be faced with this huge challenge, I'm going to find ways that I can, overcome those challenges and put them on my board. Meal prep, research, figuring out things that I can eat, because it just wasn't good for me to just eat macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes and ice cream for 2 weeks. I need to eat more healthy things if I'm going to be successful with my goals. Bye, Cheryl. Thanks for coming. What achievements would bring me the most fulfillment? Long-term aspirations. What achievements are just going to get you that deep sense of fulfillment and happiness, like reaching my goal? Growing our community would make me feel so full and so happy. If I could grow this community to be like 50 people, that would be like awesome and amazing. I would just absolutely love that. And for them all to connect and have their like little friend groups in between, oh my God, that would be so, so, so cool. What achievements would bring me the most fulfillment? So, oh my God. So many ways. How can I incorporate my strengths into my vision boards? All of these wonderful things to think about. Oh, does anybody do color coding? I'm not good with color coding. Not good with color coding. Do you have maybe a vision statement that emphasizes your strengths that you're going to put on your vision board? How many people are doing word of the year, by the way? Anybody? Word of the year? Oh, please give me some tips for soft foods. I would love some tips for soft foods. Oh, I would love tips for soft foods because I need some. I need help. I need help. I need help. I can eat cottage cheese, but it's so hard. Ugh. A personal, me either. It's one of the word of the year is one of those things that, whoops. Word of the thing is one of those things that needs to simmer in the head, percolate a little bit. Like I got to sit on it for a while before, and then then I can decide like last minute. What? I love this idea. A visual representation of yourself as a superhero, with each strength that you have depicted as a superpower. What about that? Oh my gosh, now is a perfect time to tell you guys. There's a steps challenge coming up in January. If you haven't heard, Derek's Journey is doing a 60-day steps challenge coming up in January. And I'm going to be team captain again, Team Shrinkables. So if you want, go to sign up for the steps challenge. It's going to be fun. If you hit 1 million steps, you get a prize. 1 million steps. I don't know if I could ever get 1 million steps, even in 60 days. I don't think I could. But it's a long tangent. The team shrinkables, if you've ever participated in the Derek's Journey Steps Challenge, is this like lady. It's a purple icon, but it's this girl and she's like super thin and she's like wearing this like bikini. And I always kind of replace that image of me in a superhero costume, but it's still like purple or whatever. And I'm the one standing there, but not in a bikini at all, but in this different like purple, like more like the Incredibles type of outfit. So that came to mind. And then I got to Derek's Journey, and then I had to invite you to join the Steps Challenge. My mama says my superpower is my belief in an ability to find oh my God, what a superpower that is. Woo. In all people. That's a superpower. Let me tell you. Timeline of achievements. So Marcy does this. Marcy puts down all of her achievements, a big achievement board. My awesome achievements. Timeline format and showcase your journey of developing and utilizing your strengths. You can include milestones and achievements and all of your progress that you're making. And it kind of keeps you, working and going. Good. Thank you for visiting. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A timeline of achievement. That's an awesome way to maybe save room on your vision board for. If you go to Pinterest, there are so many different ways and fun ideas to incorporate fun things. You could do, some kind of jar. You could do that you fill up. There's clothespins ideas. I didn't spend time researching that this past week, or I'd give you some examples, but research, do a little bit of, playing on the internet and find out, some cool things that maybe you want to do differently or do in your vision board this year. I love people. Even if you scare me, but I love you. I love you so much. So vision boards. Again, I wanted to talk about it, but I think it's good to make a plan. I think it's good. I say it every single week. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Of course, vision boards are going to help. You can do them as realistically or extravagantly as you want. I always like to add a little bit of space for that thing that that isn't going to happen, but you'd really like it to happen. Because who knows, it might just happen. Who knows? I don't know. But if I don't put it on my board, how's it ever going to happen? So I like to do both realistically and extravagantly. But let me know. National Vision Board Day is on the second Saturday in January again. Do you want to get together? We don't have to do it live on YouTube. We could just get together privately on Zoom or something like that and just hang out and talk about our goals and do our little stuff together. I love doing crafty stuff, and I love doing crafty stuff with people, that I enjoy spending time with. So if you want to do that, let me know. And maybe we can get together and do something on that second Saturday in January, because it's National Vision Board Day. Hashtag Vision Board Day. Yay! It'll be fun. I just thought it would be a good time. Anyway, I would chat about vision boards. She's like, I keep everything. Everything's up here. This is the vault of awesome. Is that what you call your brain? The vault of awesome. That's what I love it. So that's all I have on vision boards. But vision, without action is merely a dream. It's a dream. Vision with action can change the world. Regardless of what all we put on our board, we have to go back to goals. We have to go back to the small goals. Small goals achieved one at a time, repeatedly, are going to get us to those big dreams, but we have to have that action. We have to have those goals and we have to have the action steps that are going to get us to achieve those goals. They're all interconnected, all interconnected. So we don't wait until next week. We don't wait until Monday. We don't wait to start working on our goals and dreams. We do it now. So what's the plan for the week? It's that time of the day. It's part of the ritual where we plan for the week. What's the plan for the week? What are you going to eat? When are you going to exercise? How are you going to get your sleep in? Is the weather going to, disrupt your life in any certain way? Is your family going to disrupt your life in any certain way? Do you have a way to deal with that? How about mentally? So a lot of times, this is a hard time of year for people. Whenever we're missing people that used to be a part of our lives, we can get sad. What are ways that we can deal with that? There's something that we need to think about. What are we grateful for? Eat with my meds and work out every day. That's a good solid plan. Good solid plan. What are our goals for the week? We just want to, make sure that we're really clear on what is our priority this week. What direction do I want to move in this week? What's my motivation to get it done? What's my motivation to get it done? So let's just take a minute. We're going to take a minute. We're going to think about it, all the things. You guys write down all of this stuff because it's good stuff. We got to write it down so we remember. It helps us to remember we all don't have a vault of awesome. Not everybody has a vault of awesome. So let's plan for the future.
Took some time, but we pointed out that tomorrow isn't here right now, baby. An absent mind came to roam around. Captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge, I'm ready to go. See it clear when the shadows are lit, I'm ready to go. I'm taking matters into my own hands now. Let's face it, we only got this life to live out. So follow me, I'm ready to go. I'll take the lead, I'm ready to go. Bumps in the road, many obstacles. But when we fall, we get up and go, baby. The way they think is paradoxical. Captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge, I'm ready to go. See it clear when the shadows are lit, I'm ready to go. I'm taking matters into my own hands now. Let's face it, we only got this life to live out. So follow me, I'm ready to go. I'll take the lead, I'm ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to go.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, wait, shut up. Blah. I didn't want that to play yet. Oh, no. Oh, no. So how did it go, everybody? Have a great time writing stuff down. Are you ready for the whole vision board extravaganza? Or do you have your actions planned out for the year? I hope that you do. I want you to make sure, remember, vision without action is merely a dream. Vision with action can change the world. Again, thank you guys so much for taking time out for me, for you, and for our community. I appreciate you so very much. Next week, we're going to talk about beginnings, new beginnings. So come back and see us then. Remember to stay curious, stay determined. Until next time, keep writing, keep exploring, and keep losing those pounds. Thank you again. I appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Have a Merry Christmas and all of the things. Bye. Bye. I'm so sad to see you all go. Oh, shut up. I don't like that. I thought I deleted it. I'm so sorry. Happy holidays. Bye.
Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come move your body. Hey, come move your body.